The trending story at the moment is that AshGold and Inter Allies have been demoted to Division 2 after being found guilty of match manipulations in their 2020-2021 Ghana Premier League match week 34 game. Now, the decision takes effect from the 2022-2023 league season. Officials of both the clubs and players who participated in the above-mentioned match have also been sanctioned by the disciplinary committee. Well, let's put all of this into perspective for you and check out some of the sanctions that have been meted out to both teams as well as their handlers. And AshGold have been fined 100,000 Ghana cedis with demotion to Division 2. Now, the president of the club, Dr. Kweku Frimpong, banned for 10 years, also with a 100,000 Ghana cedi fine. The CEO of the club, Emmanuel Frimpong, who is the son of Dr. Kweku Frimpong, has also been banned for 8 years with a fine of 50,000 Ghana cedis. The coach, Thomas Duya, and the team manager, Edu G, have also been banned for 2 years. Now, sporting director of the club, Nana Kwesi Darling, has also been banned for 4 years. All right, so those are huge sanctions that have been meted out to both officials of the club and also the club in itself. But let's now head on to Zoom and speak to Collins Atapoku, who is a sports journalist, has been following this issue really keenly. Collins, what do you make of the punishment that the GFA has meted out to both clubs before we go on to other things?
Well, good afternoon and thanks for having me. I would say that it is a stitch in time that saves 9. Look, the way and manner things happened last season and what has been happening this season, we needed a verdict of this nature to stamp some level of authority and dissent in our game, because what happened was so clear, it was glaring, and the sad bit was that it was something that involved the key players of the game, which is the very footballers we see on the pitch. I'm very impressed with how the GFA has struck and descended down heavily on the culprits that have been nabbed to be involved in match fixing.
Right. Atta, what do you make of the modus operandi also of the FA in getting to this verdict? Now, we hear that there were strings of phone calls, strings of text messages, as well as mobile money transactions that were done also in that one.
My brother, the difficulty here is that proving match fixing is very, very difficult. It's a very difficult to do. And the GFA needed to be very, very careful and tactful. The first meeting they had, AshGold did not come with a lawyer. Inter Allies rather came with a lawyer. Now, in the very first exchange, the first thing Richmond Lamptey said in that meeting was that he remember very well going to Set or Said to speak to him and ask him, why? Haven't your boss told you that this ball is a fixed match or something? Now, how do you prove this? You need to go and find out whether these people indeed made attempts to bet on these games they were playing in or made close associates do that. And in Richmond Lamptey's case, you clearly find out that he had even written on paper that they should go and stick for him because the game was going to end 5-1. So let me say, this is a yeoman's job. And we needed this so much because nothing was heard at the beginning of the season. People decided that, well, it was going to be business as usual. It had become the norm in our football. Now that we know that the FA can bite, I'm sure we will send some shivers down the spine of people who are attempting to do this. My bigger worry is that these cartels are always strong financially and then are well connected. They will go and lie low and find another way to come back and attack our game. And that's where we would need the FA to be very strong.
Most certainly, Atta. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon here on Midday Live on TV3. That was Collins Atapoku, the sports journalist, following the match fixing issues very keenly. We'll bring you a lot more in our subsequent bulletins, but entertainment news is up next after this.